Great Gods War roll call.
Hi, I'm Ira. We're in a whole bunch of shit. Ooh.
Jacqueline Ash River. Wondering what service she's at anymore.
You ever so, like, I don't know, blind, deaf, nerfed, Ryder Hopkins.
Handcuffed.
You
Handcuffed.
Die.
It was like sex, but I'm not enjoying it.
Monetized.
Rex Rivers here in a very situation.
Felix, the ignored voice.
Damn you, Felix. Die.
The ignored voice.
He literally has a book.
Gopher.
And I'm your
That was
DM.
different.
Welcome back to Misrolled Adventures,
Whoa.
where the players make plans and horribly execute them, and sometimes the DM horribly executes them as well.
Gopher's a fucking Pokemon now.
Gopher!
Gopher, I choose you. Flexes. Gopher.
I choose you. Lightning bolt. Gopher used the Thunderbolt now.
In the last one, they went to speak to his lordship and effectively showcased what has been happening to them through Felix using magic to create a memory visual for him. And as a result, after some deep conversations, it very quickly turned sour as he looked to the three of those that were still plagued by Tiamat and effectively has marked them needed to be imprisoned, as they have this baned curse on them that after some time will kill them and fuel Tiamat. So as such, he's marked them in order to imprison them, to save them, quote unquote, in his eyes. And at this point, Ira had prayed to both the Raven Queen and Bahamut to get a response that says that he's deranged and just going crazy, effectively. And Felix's book to Bahamut is also saying the same thing, pretty much. It is not looking good. Right now, they're in a dome with silence, and no blows have been thrown yet, but it's not going well. And with that, we cut back. Give me 1 second.
Silence.
I was changing the song to not that, because that is not tense. There we go.
Was it like a Benny Hill song?
No. These songs suck. Give me a sec.
Wow.
Well, the songs themselves do not suck, but they suck for this certain situation.
They do not hold the same tone.
Yeah. There we go. I'll do this one. Okay. So. It's too loud. If only that bot still existed. Okay. So, top of the initiative order is his lordship. So,
Woohoo. His not so lordship, because he's not even following.
Yeah, his lordship is more his heretic self. I don't know. I can't really think of a word.
His heretic ship.
What's he gonna do? He doesn't want to kill you because that just causes the same fucking problem. So he's just going to stand here, as he's also in the zone of silence. So, Ryder.
Oh.
You're not stunned anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. Do I want to? Uh,
I think a storm is coming.
Just.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
oh no!
I just sit there. Hey, did you see it? Did you see me inside the dome?
Just keep.
We fucking knew it. Anyways, go on.
I guess because I don't know what I'm doing. If I'm walking one way, I'll just keep moving and screaming until I hit outside the circle.
Cool.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. Let me roll a d4 first.
And what?
You
see
mean
what
a- you mean a
direction you go
D8?
to?
Here. Let me roll the d8 for you.
Okay.
So this square is 1, and it goes in clockwise. So, or
Okay.
this square is 1, and it goes clockwise.
Okay.
3. So 1, 2,
2,
3. This one.
So I'll keep screaming and walking this way.
Okay, hold on. One more. You're out of it.
Okay.
Don't you put a circle? You know you
Okay.
can make a circle.
Oh, that's
right?
true. I could do that. Let me do that.
Not a circle.
Doesn't
I turn
matter
around.
right now.
It's about to go away, isn't it? So.
I will
it's
dispel magic. I'm not sure how strong it is. I'll do a level 4.
Okay. As you sit there, you're like, ah! You hear yourself. You turn around, and the spell on the zone of silence drops. Everyone can hear themselves. Everyone can see themselves, apart from those that are blind. And
Oh, you
know,
hear go for. And then I'll just slowly walk back to my spot. 'Cause I don't know what to do
there you
from
go.
Wherever your spot was, because you can't see it.
You just go back and you sit again.
there.
Ira.
That was a turn of events.
That's really a turn of events indeed.
You know. You know.
you know.
You know.
The thing
You know
is, I
what?
don't.
Felix, dear,
Dear.
are we? Are we leaving?
I assume you just see like the sort of V shape on the helmet start glowing slightly.
Yes, okay, we are leaving.
Dude,
that
Ira's
face
not even
down.
looking at Felix like, hey, Felix, are we leaving? Looks back.
He just turns his head and it starts to glow. He's just like,
Me.
Oh, this is for me only.
In disjointed movement, the mist kind of billowing off of me. My eyes will flash green, and I'll kind of like my neck will snap over towards Lady Sulk. Oh, I'm sorry, dear, but this is the way things have to be, isn't it?
rude. Using her own words against her.
This dumb bitch deserves it.
She does.
And are you doing anything, or are you just doing that?
Give her a tiny
gotta
wink
go
and then
here.
be prepared to leave.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I gotta go
I
here to
wink at the
leave.
pillar.
I wink at the pill.
All right, Felix.
I'm assuming I'm familiar enough with El Terrell.
Oh, you are very familiar.
You're very, very
Oh, you
familiar.
are very familiar.
Very.
Okay. I assume there's like a clapping sound and we're going home.
The helmet, as you are like picturing El Terrell, you can almost see a slight image show up on the very brow of it, and it just shines up. The entirety of the helm like glistens, and so you're thinking of El Terrell. Anywhere in particular?
Outside the dome.
Yeah. Probably off the side of the trail, but close to the front.
Okay.
Wherever Vaughn isn't.
There's no way we're gonna be avoiding him with this discussion. He's gonna be coming back. But
Okay. Yeah, you are.
slightly off the way, not to be threatening, but close enough that we don't have to hike a mile.
Okay, so you are very familiar with this. So give me 1 second to roll a pair of dice.
You show that on stream from now on? Because you've never done it before.
Well, I'm doing it for this just because it's like a percentage thing, and yet it's
Oh.
Yep, 75% chance
A
to
teleport.
yeah,
It's
teleport.
broken.
What?
Nothing.
Oh. Well, you got a 94 anyways, so. Alright.
Very good.
You cast the spell, and in that moment, you picture the gateway just off the trail, just off to the side, somewhat slightly, and everyone, because it's well, okay, hold on, because the range of it is 10 feet.
That's why I moved.
Okay, yeah, everyone is within 10 feet. There you go. Music turns back off.
Goodbye.
We would have been leaving behind the rider if I didn't.
Guys.
But that would have been funnier, though.
Yeah, but that would have been an entire new character for Ryder.
That's true.
I mean,
Is that a
does
bad
Jordan
thing?
want that?
Look, it's too
I
late. Anyway.
teleported.
All right.
Okay.
Easily you appear where you want to. So instantaneously, there's this swirling motion where the ground itself, very similar to when you just elongated and shot straight up in the spire, you vertically just shoot off, and you almost feel your heels buckle when you stop, and you are standing directly in front of the dome off to the side with a slight passage. You can see there are several people that are building what looks to be like fenced up portions of the walls. Some of them stop with hammers in their hand, looking straight at you.
I can't tell. I'm just kind of lying
How long
there.
does blindness
Uh,
last?
It lasts 1 minute.
How much did
So after about 30
much-
seconds, it'll be gone.
Oh,
the guard order was the
What?
gauntlet?
Oh, yeah, the Order of the Gauntlet is the city guard. The walls is the Emerald Enclave. And then there's the Harpers, which are the ones that are in the secret.
So we're immediately going to request help from the gauntlet, telling them it's important.
So wait, what? Okay, give me 1 sec, because Gizmo's screaming at the door.
One.
He's always screaming at your door.
Ignore him.
Father, let me out.
Let me in. Oh, you just let me out? Let me in. Oh, you just let me in? Let me out.
Fuck you.
I
Let me in.
demand this door be open at all times.
Oh, you're ignoring me? Okay, I'll go do cat things now.
I
That
honestly
boy
think
tried
what
to
it is
strangle me in my sleep.
He did it to both of us, Lynn.
No, but he used fucking Christmas lights, those fucking like fairy lights that they have on their window to strangle
Oh, right,
me in my
yeah,
sleep.
right, yeah, I remember that.
Little shit.
He's like, Father, die.
Die.
You can't leave me this way.
We were so close to getting rid of Ryder.
If only I didn't walk. If only I didn't walk back,
The whole
right?
time.
Goddamn.
This is what happens when the DM leaves.
I mean, to be fair, if I would have had to been an Iris mod to just leave Ryder. Other people would have been left too.
All right.
Die.
So,
Die.
what you didn't know is the Lordship teleported with you.
Ah, shit.
Oh, I mean, that's
Can't
better.
see.
We could
That's
take
better.
one guy.
It's with us 1-on-1.
Even though most of us are blind, we can still take out one hand.
Yes.
Anyways, so you teleport in, and you can see that over the course of some time since you've been gone, which has been a better part of a little bit over a month, I believe.
Oh.
The exterior of the dome itself hasn't changed, but they seem to be building fortifications on the outside, taking heed.
Would the Pope have been considered a willing creature? I have a feeling not.
Probably not, and he also wasn't within 10 feet anyways.
Come on.
Well, actually, if he wants to follow you, he would be willing, right? Theoretically speaking.
Repent.
But the exterior of this building, of these fortifications, are wooden in construct, but the ends that face outside seem to have these metallic barricades over them. Based off of how it looks, Felix, they seem to be taking heed of Randall's suggestion to them that he told you about before
Nice.
changing, which was fortifying the entrances to allow people to be outside rather than just being locked in a dome. Which is like not exactly what he said, obviously, but to that extent.
Make additions so you can better fight a dragon.
Exactly.
I want to bring something up to everyone.
Uh-huh.
You're a lesbian?
No.
Rude.
So we're probably going
Damn
we're probably going to meet
Damn it.
Vaughn here, right? Some
Prob-
point.
Probably.
Probably.
Okay. Where's
Probably.
Quinn?
What do you mean?
Man.
She didn't
She's just
come.
gone.
Well, Quinn's
What?
with her. What are you talking about?
The- Did
With
you
who?
think we
With
left
him.
Quinn and Zakara?
I don't know anything about where Quinn is.
Quinn came back to you guys. So like here was the
We literally
Alright.
went back with her on the ship, and then we had to go to prison.
let me do a recap of that. So
Okay.
basically when you guys came back to Zakara, Quinn came and spoke to you all saying that we need to return home immediately because
Okay.
all that situation happened and they found out about the murder at Greenest. And
Oh, okay.
so you all flew back.
I
when
was
landing.
still under the assumption that she still stayed somewhere to study or some shit.
No, she left with you guys. That would have been part of the plan if what happened at Greenest didn't happen.
Oh.
But
Okay.
because of that, she didn't feel safe being there. So she came with you guys, and when you landed at the outpost, Vaughn was there and took her immediately.
Okay.
And then you haven't seen either of them since.
That's also new information for me. So thank you.
Mm.
I was dead.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't exist.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent
So yeah,
question,
they
Jake.
found
Bravo.
out about her. They found out about it, and bad things happened.
Yeah.
Including
She doesn't like a few people anymore.
including Dorna. They basically sent a message to El Terrell, and part of that message was that if Dorna were to see Zakaris or Ryder, that to put lightly, would suffer a similar fate.
Kill on sight. There are
So.
kill on sites for Darna.
For Dorna.
Well, that job is 50% done, sad face.
She didn't even get to do it. I don't know how happy she'll be about that.
She'll bring you back to kill you again.
Oh my god.
She's gonna leave to the nine hells. The nine hells would not survive.
Okay.
Dude, she'll just
So-
dig her way down. Somehow.
Maybe. At this point, you've you basically are at El Terrell. What's your plan? Obviously, the gates are open if you would like to go through.
Sorry, can you just handcuff off for me?
You are still handcuffed. The three of you.
Where are we?
El Terrell. Best case scenario, I felt.
If I recall, Ira, you have been here before.
Have I?
Because
Yeah.
after Dragon Spear, they
we
flew
came
back.
here after the prison
Oh, no,
episode,
that's right. Yeah,
and then went to Netherwinter. You were
here for like
shortly.
a day at most.
right. Yeah, because we took the boat from here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least I'm not the only one who forgets things.
There's a lot to remember.
There's a lot of events.
And a long time to remember them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's why I brought up possibly doing 2 sessions a month, but with scheduling that would be impossible. So
Jacqueline would mysteriously not be a part of the campaign anymore.
but so the three of you that are
So
handcuffed,
that's you.
they're the handcuffs themselves aren't special. They're just manacles.
I feel like with our reputation, like ripping ourselves out of them or something somehow would not look great. Rather than just like, hey, explain. So I'm
I
keeping
mean, we
mine
just
on.
we take them off of you.
I don't know.
Yeah, because the thing with manacles is that these aren't like locked manacles. It's just that they're difficult to take off by yourself. Actually, they're impossible to take off by yourself. You need somebody else to remove them for you.
No, watch this.
You're not
you don't have
manacled. Although these do have a weird effect where if one person who is manacled approaches another who is manacled, their hands cannot meet. They're like magnetically repelling each other's hands.
Nice.
Do they do that even after we take them off?
The forbidden
yes.
hand holding.
Mm.
So
Once,
the manacles are like repelled from other manacles. These ones specifically are.
Hand holding is forbidden after all.
These might be useful. Never know, we might have a pair of manacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have 3 pairs of manacles that are magnetically repellent to one another.
Nice.
How do they interact with the bag of holding?
Well, they weigh about 5 pounds each. They're pretty light.
They're fine in there.
Yeah.
Having multiple in there causes no problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can imagine that when it goes in there, in the pocket plane, they just shift away from each other.
Okay.
They're very passive-aggressive against one another.
They're just angry old men yelling at each other to get off their lawns.
So,
You damn kids.
Dinglebert!
what's your plan?
How many
To
times
go
do I
into
have
the
to
city
do this?
and start trying to gather our council people to report. There's no
Well,
better way to put it.
Cancel people.
Well, you can go to the Wolf's Den. That's where you have seen Onthar and where the quote-unquote council is. The only one that can go into the walled-off area at this time is Rex, because of the Emerald Enclave. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Yeah.
And also, I think you probably can end up going your own. I don't think Vaughn still doesn't want to see us. Or, besides you, the rest of us.
Regardless if he wants to see us or not, he should probably be here anyway.
Yeah. We need to gather the people who will talk to us. And with this information, he'll talk to us. Rex, if you would go and get the emerald, we'll work on getting everyone else.
You mean the information that the leader of the Church of Bahamut is insane?
Yeah. They're-
Cool. Yeah, they're gonna want to know about that.
And the stuff we found out about in Neverwinter. They haven't got the full story for that yet.
Yeah, you only sent information through the sending stone to Onthar. They haven't gotten the full details. Okay. So, Rex, if you're heading to the Emerald Enclave, is everyone else going to the Wolf's Den?
I think because we can get can we get directions to the Order of the Gauntlets location?
The Order of the Gauntlets location is beyond the walls, so. Although Onthar is found pretty much at Wolf's Den.
Well, isn't there one of the? I guess. Yeah, whatever. We'll go. We're all going there then, I guess. Oh wait, Jacqueline also isn't part of the Harpers anymore. That's it.
Or the Order of the Gauntlet.
No.
That's the one that's outside the walls.
Yeah, the Harpers are outside the walls. Because they're in a special place.
Special.
Yeah.
So is that the plan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, being on the south entrance Rex, you will make it to the Emerald Enclave before they make it to the Wolf's Den. You approach the gates, obviously, and those of the Emerald Enclave open the gates for a fellow Conclave member. And you see the emerald-like stairs that with the red draped carpeting, or, that goes up the staircase itself. Going up, opening up the doors yet again. On the interior, you can see that it is actually somewhat busy. In comparison to like the other times where you've seen this grand hall being pretty spacious, apart from the Conclave Captain and a few of his other subordinates and strategists, you notice there is approximately 15 other individuals, some of which look to not be members of the Emerald Enclave, but look to be scholars of sorts. All in all, there seems to be 5 other members of the or 5 other members of the Emerald Enclave that seem to have designed hilts to their sides with other blades, reminiscent of Zatan.
I go up to one of them and ask, what's going on here?
You go up to one, and he stands there, not necessarily built, a little bit scrawny and skinny in certain areas. He looks down at you. He's a human man as well, with pale white hair and brown
Very
eyes.
taller than me.
He's not that tall. He's like roughly your height.
And he wouldn't look down at him.
Oh. What did I say? Did I say look down?
Yeah.
Oh, looks at you. Sorry.
He was standing slightly on the stairs.
He was on his tippy toes, so he could look down at you.
He's on stilts, actually.
Yeah.
But he looks at you. Yeah, I'm not sure. With the conclave captain said that they found information on Zulusk, so they wanted all of us to return immediately, so that way we can find some to be on
information
the same
on
ground.
Skaloos?
Yeah, they found out a little bit more about him, and who was it? Shirley over there. She said that she found out some information on it, and she's standing over there with pigtailed hair that just drops just below the neck, and she's of tiefling origin, but of like a bluish tint. And she's standing there pretty proud looking, a little bit coy, effectively, or condescending way. But at the same time, after a few moments, you can hear the doors at the other end of the hall open and close, and the conclave captain steps out, and all of the members just kind of fall into a halted position and hut together in a straight line, while the others that are around, those that aren't members of the Emerald Enclave, they keep going about their business. The captain takes strides towards everyone, and he stops just about 15 feet in front of all of you. So Shirley here has informed us that we are up against a little bit more of a dangerous situation. Zulusk has changed in some way, beyond that of the manipulative sort and his physical form. He has decided to aid the Cult of the Dragon. How he's aiding them, we don't know. But Shirley found in her travels up north, beyond Neverwinter, there was a traveling group that she spoke with that attempted to attack her. and being able to ward them off, she then grilled one for information, and they divulged the topic of Zulusk, how they had to take orders from a blade. So that's what we have, and I wanted to inform all of you. And I'm surprised that you actually were here, Rex. I spoke to Onthar, and he said that you weren't in the town, so I wasn't sure if you were going to make it here, and I was going to inform you next time you were around. But this is perfect timing.
This
So
is very perfect timing. There's something I'd like to discuss with you later.
All right.
But how long ago was this information about Skaloos?
Shirley. Well, so the woman that I spoke to, after she viciously attacked me, she said this after about 3 weeks ago. No, less than that. 2 weeks ago? Once I figured it out, I immediately took a ferry back here to inform his captain, or my captain here, because obviously this is very important. This is very important information, and it's very lucky that I was able to find it. So, about 2 weeks, a little bit less than that, I think. It was just beyond Neverwinter, not too far, but But yeah, so I don't exactly know what else you really want me to say, Captain. It's all right, Shirley. It's just something to keep in mind that if you are encountering Zulusk, to be prepared in case the Cult of the Dragon is directly involved as well. I'll speak to Onthar after some time, and we'll establish a plan of action in case Zulusk becomes a bigger problem. At this point, you can feel Zatan get a little bit warmer at your side. Almost like the conscience of the blade is getting agitated at Zulusk getting more and more dangerous.
I grip on the handle of Zatan, sharing the same frustration. Almost the same frustration. Feel. So, Captain, what actions are you going to take for this?
Well, if the information is correct, which, based off of Shirley's depiction, it most likely is, then Zulusk must be beyond Neverwinter, or at the very least was nearby during that time. If Zulusk is working with the Cult of the Dragon, then our goals align directly with the Order of the Gauntlet. As such, you should expect the Order of the Gauntlet to be working beside you in these circumstances. And vice versa. If the Order of the Gauntlet needs something, I expect you to lend a hand. And pretty much everyone gives a nod and a sign of agreeance. All right. Well, that's all I had for you. Thank you for taking your time to come back here. You're all sent back to your duties. All right, Rex, you had something that you needed to talk to me about.
Yes. We are... My group... we have more information related to this issue, this major issue.
All right.
And it is best that you and the Onthar and the other leaders should get together and we share this information to you guys. This is very important.
Understood. I will gather my things real quick, and I will make my way to the Wolves' Den so we can have our secluded meeting.
I'll wait here for you.
Okay.
We'll go together.
All right. After some time of him speaking to a number of the individuals inside this place, he accompanies you back to the Wolves' Den. Everyone else, when you enter the Wolves' Den, you can see that the tables are filled to the brim with patrons, and the bartender is standing there, once again, off to the side with a candle lit that is just sort of there, eyes closed, cleaning a mug.
We don't see anyone else in there that we.
Other than the patrons, no.
All right, I go to the bartender and I tell him we need an I guess it's. Are there How many people are around the bartender?
The room itself is pretty loud. There's not anybody directly next to you.
To the bartender?
Yeah, not directly next to the bartender either. For the most part, everyone's at tables. There's only a couple people at the bar themselves, but they're talking amongst each other.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and we need to have an emergency meeting. Can you contact the others? We have already got contact with the Emerald.
He gives a brief nod. He picks up the candle and he stands by the door, waiting for you all to enter, effectively.
Man, metagame.
What?
Nothing.
What do you mean metagame?
Talking to myself.
The candle is metagaming. Holy shit.
Are you talking about how we said we already have contact with the Emerald? Because we knew we sent you there. I'm just assuming you didn't fail.
We have faith in you, Owo.
Yeah.
Secretly, it's actually not the captain. He just gets stabbed in the conclave.
Yeah, that's most likely happened.
Okay, so easily enough, everybody is able to enter as he pushes open the door. And what the fuck does that sound? And he closes the door behind you. He does not enter, but he does not leave the candle in there either. Inside, you can actually see displayed on the table, the candle that was there before has been removed. And apart from the centerpiece, like candelabra, the one extremely large light blue candle that Onthar used to threaten you the last time you were in here is not there. There is on displayed currently on that under off to the side of the candelabra, you can see is a map of the area. And you can see that Onthar and Leosin are there speaking while also putting what looks to be like figurines on the map itself. When you all enter, they both look up. And Onthar pitches in. Excuse me, but we're trying to...
It's an emergency.
All right. Fine.
Were they playing D&D in here? Owo?
Is there a D&D?
No, it's not a battle grip. It's a map of the fucking plane.
So they're playing Risk then?
Yeah, they're playing Risk.
They're playing.
Yes. They're playing War.
Got them. Oh, this is a very important meeting. What are you doing here?
No, sir. I didn't watch you playing with your dolls, sir. Good.
I asked the bartender if he can get the Harpers here. We've sent Rex to get the Emerald Enclave.
Well, Leosin is the leader of the Harpers.
Oh.
Perfect.
So the only one that's
Never mind.
missing is the Emerald Enclave. And Vaughn,
Then
but I
that's
mean,
all I
Vaughn's
said.
not there, so.
So
Okay. After some time, the door opens, and Rex and the captain both walk in. After the bartender comes in afterwards and sets the candle down, closing the door behind him. All right, we're all here. What's this emergency?
well, the Church of the Bahamut no longer technically worship Bahamut.
They all look at each other.
The Pope has gone heretic. I even opened my book and set it on the table to show them the angry writing. Even Bahamut is angered at him. He seeks to imprison anyone with a word of power. In a cell.
Where are they holding them?
In a land far from here.
Yeah, we know little of it, but it's apparently from where Ira has come.
It is my homeland.
Well, can you point it out?
I look at the map, and I point off the edge to the north.
You do know the relative design of it, so you can draw that out if you would like.
Yeah.
On
sure.
the map?
Why
Okay.
not?
You don't
Yeah.
have that. You don't actually have to draw because I have the actual map here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Wait,
My
this one
land.
doesn't have Ooh Island.
There it is, Hulu Island.
No.
There's land beyond the sea of hopeless horizons.
Tis a place where hardly anyone lives, where many things are better left forgotten, and they are holding them there for some reason. He had claimed that it was a land that Tiamat and her followers were incapable of finding, or perceiving perhaps, but that land is not meant for anyone living.
And he's imprisoning people like you three. And he looks over to Jacqueline,
Yes.
Ryder, and Rex.
Yes.
And he cares not if they are actively part of the cult or not.
To him, as long as they are marked by her, that is the only excuse he needs.
And we have learned one thing about Gopher. Apparently, he is the child of someone who bears the self-same word as Ryder.
I see. You could immediately see both Leosin and the captain of the Emerald Enclave. They are looking at each other, wide-eyed, confused, concerned, and completely lost. Onthar is there. Eyes are just his fingers pressed into his eyes, rubbing his head.
I wave a little. Just give him a little wave.
Hi.
Gopher.
Hi, I'm the bad apple in general.
Gopher and that situation is not part of the problem to me. That's something that we'll figure out later. He looks over to the bartender.
Well,
I
I
you.
guess I should mention something quick. Is he wanted Gopher because he was that, to imprison him too. So they're also targeting people like him.
Good to know. I don't know how we can know that. I don't know how we can know that. Okay. He looks to the bartender. I need you to grab the priest at the Church of Bahamut's dorm, effectively. And he gives a brief nod, takes up the candle, and leaves.
If you're going to question him, I'd like to be there too.
Oh, there will be questions. How many people know about this land? Because
We have no answer.
I have never seen this on the maps that have been made out since I've been alive. I've never heard of people speaking about this.
I'm
It's because
assuming
it
was
doesn't. I can
to be
count
kept
on
a
one
secret.
hand the amount of people who live there.
Well, apparently
It is a
there's
land-
more than you would think, because if
It
he's
is
been
a land
imprisoning
best
people,
left forgotten. I do not know how he found out about it.
And he's pretty good well hiding it too. To only have
Mhm.
very few to know about it.
I know not how many of the Order know truly that the Pope is a heretic.
I have to assume very few do, because following a blind man
Mhm.
only leads to being lost. But following somebody that walks with conviction, you feel that you're safe. Must be hiding it very well. If it's true that right now the church has gone heretic, or at least the Pope specifically has turned heretic, the closest followings of him are next in line, but the populace doesn't see him as one yet, which means that they might not follow currently his ideals.
Well, I assume only his closest allies know his true intentions.
Right. But at the same time, we can't just reveal this island to the public.
No. But
If what he's saying is true, I'm not at any way siding with him on this, then the Cult of the Dragon, Tiamat, and everything that we've been up against, if they don't truly know about that island, that landmass, we can't let that fall into their hands. If it's true about the words of power being there, and this is directly tied with Tiamat, it would be catastrophic for them to find out.
yes.
So right now, we have to look at the church as another obstacle. Not to go up against,
Yep.
but to protect others from. If you meet others like yourselves, looking at the three that are cursed, bring them here. Convince them, have them return, do something. Because if the church does find them and then they just get sent away, it's not going to be beneficial to our cause. It'll only benefit theirs.
Yes. And from our speakings, I don't think they have any intention of ever engaging the cult.
Damn it.
No, Well, he spoke of waiting for Bahamut to solve all the issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, no offense to anybody that is a worshiper here, but I haven't exactly put a whole lot of faith in the gods in a while. Okay.
Using your god as a crutch is a coward's move.
Yes. They are here, they can act, but they can't be everywhere.
Gods cannot do everything.
He looks over to Leosin. Our plans are going to change a little bit. We're going to push that back. Let's focus more on the sparks. Your individual came by.
Oh, good.
They made it safe and sound. They're actually staying up towards the central plaza where all the religious figures are. They are in a estate there, and we're speaking with them privately, and nobody else knows about their past situations. We got very valuable information from the ex-Spark members, both the new and the old. And they've come up with an idea on the cult. Or not the cult, but the Spark situation. The one that was not designing the products, the other one, he said that those that came back felt as if they were different. And I spoke to Alexander, and he said that this type of magic is very potent, but also traceable. We can find a specific and exact location and the person that is using it, so long as we have residue of that magic. And it's very easy to do so. So I've sent the one man to... I've sent several Orderly Gauntlet members with him back to Neverwinter. They're going to go back down into the den of their old hideout and scrounge up any bit of magic that they can find there. Any magical items or objects that might have been affected, and devices, anything of the sort. They're going to bring it back, and to Alexander, he's going to use this tracing magic to lead us to the specific person, and that might give us the opportunity to either catch them off guard, or at the very least, stunt their growth. Because right now, that's what they're trying to accomplish, is growing into a more substantial force to work with the Cult of the Dragon.
If you would like my opinion, I don't think the cult would ever allow that. They're always going to be tools, and for them.
Okay, well then,
Doesn't.
he looks to Leosin.
I think they can try all they want, but they'll never succeed in that goal.
Okay.
But that's something we may be able to use.
Let's see. Then let's lay all our cards out, and we'll decide in unison a plan. At this point, I'm going to reinstate all of you as current individuals to effectively terminate the Cult of the Dragon and this situation. We need all the manpower we can get, especially since we can't necessarily trust in the church.
No.
What happened is happened. What's done is done. We will move on, and we will fix this. So, we have currently 3 actions that we can follow. One, and I've spoken to the captain about this, is Zalusk. He's directly involved with the Cult of the Dragon now. We learned through a subordinate of the captain's, another member of the Emerald Enclave, they gathered information that Zalusk is giving orders to some of the cult members. If that was the case, the only possible way that makes sense is that they are working with the Cult of the Dragon if they are following orders.
Yes.
She garnered this information beyond Neverwinter, so somewhere near this area, and he points over to the Serpent Hills, High Forest, and the peaks that are to the left of that. They might not be there now, but that's where they were. And we might be able to find trace evidence of them there. Second, another option that we have to follow now is the Sparks, which through information we've learned is beyond, in these mountain regions, beyond the High Forest. We've already discussed that, not going to go into it further. The third is your situation. These words of power, if we can figure out a way to return you to yourselves and fix that, we can use that against the church's belief right now. We had little to go off of, but if we can truly solve that problem, then the church heretics cannot say that you are any more cursed than what you, and have no reason to do that. By finding that solution, we can solve the solution on the island or that other landmass. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I have a feeling we will have to solve that problem with force and going to get those who they have imprisoned by force. Because it's not so much they think they're cursed. They care not who you believe in or what with it. You are just the cult. I think they'll care. They won't care regardless if we cure it or not.
Okay. Well,
We may be able to use it to get them out of our lands, but I feel like the new one, they're gonna have. It's all going to be them.
All right. Well, the options are there. That's what we have, and that's the directions that we can go by. We haven't seen any cultist movement yet, so we don't exactly have any direction to follow for that. Though they are still mobilizing, they're very quiet about it.
Always suspect. So this one here, that was Gopher's home, right?
Yep, Lose Bridge.
So I'll bring up. We do have all our options for more information. We could potentially go try to catch the cult off guard in Louis Bridge from where Gopher's from. And then we know of. It was the night. This is the night hag, right?
Yep.
It wasn't. Okay, I couldn't remember. It was a hag or specifically.
The purple was for the night hag. The yellow and pink was.
That's for Calvin.
Yep, that's for Calvin's. The captain of the
Unicorn.
Yep, the Unicorn Army.
And everything else isn't important because we assume the church town is off limits right now, so we can't do those quests and get rewards for them.
Not necessarily, but if you were like stealthy or whatever. But anyways.
Then we have the High Forest to potentially go to figure out more about trying to cure the people, because that's where Ryder's from.
Being around there as well, you're nearby both the Sparks and also that intel that we gathered from Zulusk, or for Zulusk.
I also just remember, can you get in contact with the group you sent to Neverwinter?
I sent them with a sending stone.
Okay. Mention to them there was a device that used wires to control the bodies that were there with magic.
Will do.
That'll be probably a high chance of getting a result.
All right. I'll tell them to scour everything there and to pay close attention to threads. Anything else from any of you? Ira, I barely know you, so anything that you can tell us about this other land, greatly appreciated.
It is a barren hellscape, buried under hundreds of feet of snow, where the sky meets the ground. There are bones there of skeletons of things that I have never seen before or since. It is a land where dead things go.
Man, what a place to store people, huh?
Yeah. How long ago did you leave?
How long was I in prison for before I met them?
So you were at Dragonspear for just about 2 weeks. The travel itself from Neverwinter to there was approximately because you had to go by land after some time too. That was about 3 weeks, and your travel from the Lost Peaks to there, that would have easily taken the better part of 2 months. From leaving your home, we could say probably like a year, maybe 2 years.
Oh boy.
That doesn't. Ooh.
Tis a long way home, but we do have that. And I tap the helmet.
But
And
you
you
said
also-
you've only been gone a year, correct?
Thereabouts.
The Pope said he's known about this land for 15 years. I don't. That. You not seeing anyone there? Because you've. Have you traveled most of that land?
I traveled every
Well,
inch of that land within
You
reason.
never saw anything that was indigenous to them being there or any form of life?
The last life, no. I've been alone there for quite a while. Hence why I keep this. And I sort of hold the skull. I found this there. Hidden, buried. And this is the only thing that I have spoken to since I met all of you in about 4 years, maybe 5.
I don't like that line up with what the Pope says. Because to
And
be
why
able
would
to.
that be?
What?
I said, and why would that be? It sounds so wonderful.
That he's somehow been there for 14 years before she left, hiding entire prison, I would assume, of people. And their means of getting there, and the people stationed there to take care of them, supposedly.
That's an upstanding position for the Church of the Platinum Dragon.
I think. To get to break the church, we're going to have to make our way there. Bringing proof of this land not being wonderful will.
If I might pitch an idea, then. Sounds like the North is very important and crucial to a good amount of tasks at hand. Maybe start with the High Forest. See what turns up from that. You spoke about the Night Hag at the Lost Peaks.
Yes.
Travel to there. And then from there, maybe you make your way to this newfound land and try to solve, or at least gather a bit of information from there. It's only an idea, because I don't know. It obviously will also change depending on information that you get.
Yes.
So you told him about everything that happened at the at Tian involving the lordship.
Oh yeah.
Even if he may be a heretic, even if he is delusional or misconstruing or stretching Bahamut's words, if he's telling the truth about your inevitable death, we are on a further time crunch.
Yes.
So resolving the three of yours problems might be more important than some situations. How are you feeling? Are any three of you feeling any different?
I mean,
Um,
Rex has been talking through this entire meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll point out. We have him gagged to make it a little more bearable. He can't currently speak. He can't stop speaking his mind, it seems.
I see.
All of his abilities are pretty much cut in half and gone.
All right. Well,
And
And do not cause anyone pain while I am looking, or I will feel immense pain myself.
apparently she dies if she sees pain.
If I see another creature getting hurt,
and I just lost most of my power, so not
And I-
really in good fighting condition right now.
I also point at the blindfold. For that, I wear this, though.
fair enough. Well, I would say maybe recover first before going. You won't know what you're going to find out there. And if you do need to fight, I would prefer that you don't go in held down like that. But I think this is a solid plan. I'll inform my troops to find objects that involve threads and devices like that in the hideout. They'll end up returning here. They set out a couple days ago, so they might be returning here in quite a while. I would say maybe, at the very least, 21 days. Actually, no, wait. I spoke to Alexander. He has... They're going to be... Once they get there and fully search the place, Alexander has set up, a while back, a sigil. Different than what you had found before. It's a more permanent one. And imbuing an object, he's granted them the ability to transport directly back here upon its use. So I would say in about 10 days, they'll probably be back.
Okay.
All right.
I only have one last question I can think of.
Mhm.
How is El Terrell's position with Dragon Spear and Waterdeep?
Great.
I think we need to start forming a bigger alliance than what we have.
Understood. I'll inform Dragonspear. I know that the mistress there is away on a venture to the west, but she should still be within contact. So I'll inform them to get in contact with her, to then get in contact with me. Waterdeep will not be a trouble at all. I can have some troops of ours head there as well to speak to a governor. They've been attempting to reestablish as a community, considering the attacks on the Sparks, but with the fall of Karn, the Sparks has been leaving it alone, as well as the cult, so they've been able to rebuild effectively.
Good. I can think of only is if you do get in contract with Dragon Spear, I would like to join in the conversation. Because I feel like they're going to be the best point to potentially start a counter movement against the Pope.
All right. At this point, he takes the map, folds it up, puts it in his pocket. We need to make sure that nobody knows about the lands. I plan on burning this shortly. Actually, and he just takes the paper and puts it up to the candle and burns it.
Good. That land, should anyone wish to re-see its shape more permanently, I am currently the only one who can make a tangible version of it.
With your memory.
Yep.
Your memory spell.
Literally pull it out, sticking up the side of my head like halfway, and then put it back in.
It's like a weird ectoplasm, just like...
Yeah.
Alright. Good. Then we have a plan. Once we get the priest at the Church of Bahamut, I'll be sure to let you know before we begin any questioning. The rest of you are more than welcome to the rest of the city. Jacqueline, I know that she's stepped away. She's kind of blinded right now.
And she's gone.
And she's gone.
Ryder, I'm going to reestablish you as a member of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do not make me regret it. I'm doing this solely for the purpose of we need as much advantage as we can get. Though your actions have not spoken well about us, I hope you'll be able to work to redact that. Jacqueline, I know Leosin and I have spoken, and we're going to reenact you as a member of the Harpers, as well as the Order of the Gauntlet. And they put them in the... you can see they put them into her... they just give them to her, because she's just kind of standing there stoic, staring up into space.
I'll take them on.
No, we'll just hand them
get
to her
on
so that
there.
way she'll know they're in her hands. They just open up her palm and stick them in their palm. She'll open them up and realize that these are hers, and she'll figure it out.
I think it's the curse team has taken effect.
She's got her eyes
Jacqueline.
closed and ears plugged in case Onthar burned his hand burning the map.
In case Vaughn bursts back in. She's scared of Vaughn for very different reasons right now.
Take this time to recoup, and you know where you can find me. At this point, I think that it'd be safe to say that this council is adjourned.
A final question, though, if I might be so bold.
Absolutely.
Is there anyone in this city on whom I could talk to about discerning the nature of the divine?
Absolutely. We have a multitude of churches, as well as a scholars' library that is within the castle walls. If Rex, Ryder, or Jacqueline offer their services to you, you can be allowed entrance into there, or myself as well. In fact, just take this. He takes the Order of the Gauntlet sigil out of his gauntlet and hands it to you. Jacqueline, now that you're back, you have been reinstated as member of the Harper and Order of the Gauntlet.
I
can't hear you at all.
Huh?
I can't hear you at all because you were speaking. I couldn't understand any words that you made.
You turned into a single syllable in that moment.
I do not turn my headphones off when I leave my room.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I heard the whole thing.
Okay.
Stoic, proud.
No, you do not have to go through the performance once again.
Thank God.
Your information is held down through that ritual. It's just that that's just a formality. The act itself of having the gauntlet, or at least the very least the symbol, is what's important.
Okay.
However, now this is a funny thing to make note of. you don't have your lyre anymore.
Yeah.
That had, or do you have the lyre? You still have the lyre.
No, I got that. It was the DOS. It was the DOS loot I put it
He
on.
put
Yeah.
it on the DOS loop.
Oh, you put it on the DOS lyre. I thought you put it on your lyre.
No, DOS.
We didn't have the lyre. We just bought the lyre.
Well, I thought you had a normal lyre.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say at the beginning of this whole thing. You know, the little harp thing that he had?
Yeah.
I think that's a lyre.
Pretty sure you had that before. Doesn't matter. The place that you embedded the sigil, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yes.
So it's now just kind of there.
Hmm.
So there you go.
Okay. Nice.
Anyways, at this point, the council is adjourned. People start to leave.
I have one last request I just thought of.
Go ahead.
Would you be able to get me and only me a meeting with her?
That is something that I will have to speak to Vaughn about.
That is fine.
I will get back to you because I can speak to you. And he holds up the other end of the
Yeah.
sending stone.
Yeah, I know. Would have gave a heads up with coming here, but kind of a lot of shit happened.
Fair enough. All right. At that point, everyone leaves the room. Except for
Yes.
Omthar. He stays seating.
Wait, I have one more thing. I'm just kidding.
For fuck's sakes. 17 questions later, after we did the Minnesotan goodbye there for a while. Everyone's
did.
getting up to leave. All right, but one more thing.
Oh shit, I forgot about this thing.
Okay. So, what is everyone doing?
Hmm.
If you're planning to recoup, it's going to take approximately 5 days, depending on considering the fact that it's taken a full week for your effects to wear off before. So at this point, you guys kind of have what's called free time for 5 days.
We actually have free time.
Whoa.
So during that time, it can be spent doing virtually anything. You could be doing work. You could be doing training. You could be doing scholars' businesses. You could be doing shopping. You could be doing anything. So long as you're not leaving the city and doing big things, things can get done.
Let's go fight the dragon.
No, we ain't gonna get the money for that one anymore.
We could sneak in and do it.
We can kill the dragon, go back there super quickly. We claim the gold and then leave.
Just send Bina to go get the gold.
Could.
Yeah.
Got that shit.
Actually,
Actually, still.
Oh fuck!
Max, we're just gonna
I
say
would
that she's
assume
been.
Bina would.
Yep, we're just gonna
She
assume
would
that
have
she's
had to
been
be.
here.
She would have been with us.
Yep, we're just gonna assume that she's actually here. This entire time, we kind of forgot that Bina existed and has been traveling
Yeah.
with you.
I haven't. I just realized. I'm like, wait, did she get to come up within the meeting with us?
We're just gonna assume that she was here. Just gonna assume that. We're gonna assume that you met up and you spoke with her.
She's super shy and says nothing anyway, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways.
Hmm.
So. So with the 5 days, I'm wondering if we should cut it short for this session, and then you guys can decide individually or in unison what you guys want to do for those 5 days. And then you let me know, and we'll come back basically doing those 5 things and fast forwarded.
I like that idea.
Because what I can tell you right now, Max, we're going to fast forward a little bit of some time. The priest is gone.
He's gone. Good.
Nobody had seen him for the better part of a month.
Wow. You knew this shit was gonna happen already.
Nice.
He might have left when you guys left.
Good. Well, that's one thing down. I was gonna go speak to Alexander.
Is he the small
Okay.
one, right? On the tower?
Yeah, he's the wizard.
Is that about the teleportation circle?
It's about a few things.
Okay. Well, we'll do that in the 5-day recap, basically. So we are going to call it early. I think that this is a good point to also say that you all leveled up as well.
Oh,
Oh my god. You know what it's time for? Okay, boys, we have to kill a rider now just to see if this works.
All right.
Because you have Revivify now.
Oh yeah.
You guys ready? You guys ready?
We gotta go get
Oh.
Diamond first.
Okay.
Oh.
be a next session thing.
Yeah, that's a next session thing.
God.
Party is mad, man.
Look, you guys have
we
killed
are
somebody out of
currently now
fear
level
of
8,
what they
right?
could be. Why don't you kill
Yeah.
Gopher? You killed fucking.
Do you
Wait,
think
Gopher
Ira
doesn't
has
have a
the
word of
reason
power.
to do that?
Wait,
What?
why we don't kill Gopher is because we don't actually know if the Pope guy
Nice.
was saying that Gopher was a thing that was bad just because he was insane or not.
Wait, this brings Akira's back to life.
Well, I'm
He's
saying
not
you guys
happy.
killed
Marilyn.
because of the fear of that child. He is a child of that.
But that
Yeah.
information was given to us by an insane man.
Also true.
Like,
There's a lot of things that were said that you aren't necessarily sure what is true and what is false anymore.
exactly, because
So.
he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, my dude.
Oh yeah.
Of
I had been planning that interaction with him for a very long time. So
Of course you have.
I have. Of like the things that have happened, that was one of the things that I knew for sure that was going to happen. And depending on what you guys did, that would have turned into either going to the new land or escaping. And the only way of escape was through the Helm of Teleportation, which you
So
guys
if we
just so happened to have bought like the session before.
I was like, if we never bought that,
You would
There
be
was gonna be no
currently
way of
traveling
persuading
to the new land.
There was no way of persuading them.
No.
Okay. Dang.
You definitely like if a fight were to have broke out, you definitely would have stopped like 75% of them from fighting you. Probably not
We
like
would've just had to
you would have
fuck the
instilled. Yeah, you wouldn't have instilled a coup or anything, but you
Yeah.
would have definitely not had to fight pretty much
The guards.
11 of the guards. The 3 that were behind Lady Sulk, she was instilling like a sense of calm over them.
She was using magic.
She has a certain aura about her, one could say.
Oh.
Paladin, you say?
Maybe not. She has spells too. She has a zone of silence.
She's really good at being a bitch, that's for sure.
Might be why she's like, second in command, sort of the deal. She's very high up on the totem pole. But
very high up on the.
on the on the spire.
Yeah.
Anyways, with that, we are gonna call it here. Let's find somebody to raid real quick.
Woohoo!
I'm waiting.
The fuck's the CR of a zombie?
Low. Ooh, Dragons in the Dining Room is playing D&D. We're gonna go do that. We're gonna go raid them. It's been a hot minute since I've raided them.
How hot?
Real hot. I haven't even really spoken
Ooh.
to Thaco in a really long time.
Oh,
Raid.
we even he put the left out and say goodbye.
In the dining
Ciao.
room.
Bleh.
All right. See you guys later.
Ciao.